Hi everybody, this is another video on advanced page mapping, and in this video we're going to introduce you to creep. We have a job currently that we have to run, OGP, Old Jimson Printer, and it's 56 pages, a 32-inch magazine. Currently it's built in two separate jobs, and the only way to apply creep is to make that into one job where the creep flows throughout the entire process. So the first thing that we have to do is add the second section into this job. So I go to the publication tree setup, make sure the B section is actually with it as well. So we've got A and a B, hit OK. And then I go into the naming, and I want to make sure that it's named correctly. And we're going to call this one a 316 because it's just all Mando. And this is the A section. And we're going to do a hyphen and do a 312. And that would be the B section. Okay. Now for the page counts, originally it was a 32. We're going to make this one a 56, which is going to be what the page is. But we can't just leave it as an addition. We have to go to advanced page mapping, which is what this video is mostly about. So I can switch this to 32 and 24, and then we're going to hit map pages. So we got book 1, 56, A and a B section 32 and 24. Well, that's not quite right because we need to have two books. So now, by adding the second book, it automatically defaulted back to 28 and 28, but we're going to go 32 again and 24. We don't really have to do anything with over here at this point, but we do have to make sure how many sheets are in each one. Well, book 2 is the one that has 2 dinkies, so we're actually going to have 4 and 4 sheets, so it's automatic. So we still have 32 to be placed, 24 and 24 to be placed, because we're still going to, in the naming conventions, fix it so that we have an A and a B section. And that's important, so we flow them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 32, and 1 to 24 in the B section. Main reason behind this is we won't want to have to continue to make a whole bunch of new zip codes just for different page numbering. So we're going to manually make those numbers convert them in the file name. Okay, so I hit OK on this. Again, this one's pretty straightforward, 32 and 24. I hit OK. So we have that set up. We go to pages. This job just happens to have color on page 1 of the A section only. Everything else is black, so that's correct. I go to output, and here is our output, but I'm going to add, because we don't have our 310, which we're supposed to have, so I'm going to add our 32-inch magazine, high bright 310, right there. Okay, so that's added to our list of available impositions now. So I'm going to hit impose, and here we have our page 1 through 32 as our whole A section, and here's our book 2, it's the B section. Well, our dinky's not set correctly, so we need to make sure that we do that. And I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to go dinky half web right, and again, thumb to thumb, or center to center. You want this to be, so page 3 is on the 13 side, page 4 is on the 10 side, so it's operator, which is correct. So our 32 magazine high bright is correct, Opti is correct. I'm just going to apply, make sure that they're all in there. And then on this one, which is our A section, and we know it's on tower 3, I change this template to the high bright 310. So that one's correct. Okay, so I hit OK on that one. Now, here is the new trick. Adjust for creep, right here. So we're going to click that on. An adjustment value. I'm going to put in here 0.0022, okay? And we don't want to hit adjust from center out. We actually want to go in towards the center, because when the book builds, you want the outside dimensions to be correct and the inside to be compensated for the outside dimensions. Anyway, I have a quick calculation here, and on the desktop right here there's no Excel, so it's just a written way to do it. So adjust your creep you desire in decimal inches. So if it's an eighth of an inch, it's 0.0125. Total number of pages divided by 2, and then divide the amount of creep by the total page count halved. Example is 0.0125, 112 pages divided by 2 is 0.0002. So that's just an example. So we've got a 56 pager, and we want to go to 1/8 of an inch, a 1/16 of an inch just in. And so when you do the calculation there, which is the sum of B10, which is your amount of creep, divided by your A10 divided by 2, so 56 halved. So it comes out to the same amount. But if I was to change this to 0.125, now our creep changes to that number. So you have to know what you want to reduce it by and how many pages you have. Anyway. So going back to here, 0.0022 is a good number. So we're going to apply that at this point. We're going to hit ink presets, and we are going to use CM&M because it's being ran as two separate jobs. We got the A section right here, we got the B section right here, but when the press is sipping it, it's going to ignore the A, and it's just going to sip 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's going to ignore the B when that job comes around, and it's going to sip 1, 2, 3 on the 13 side, 4 on the 10 side. So that is correct. Now if I go to review and activate, I'm going to just change this to a different date so I can delete it. And go up to like the 13th, good enough. And now it says save and activate, new plan. I'm going to hit execute, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to call this one OGP test. And the reason why I'm showing you this is just because pages may overlap after adjustment for creep. That's a normal statement because as the pages get squished towards the center, they may overlap. That's okay in most situations. The only thing that you have to worry about is if you truly have a center spread. That center spread has to be adjusted for the amount that you've done your reduction. So center spread reduces. So somebody, either yourself or somebody else, can take that template and actually reduce it by 0.0125 or whatever it is, and then re-PDF it so that it fits correctly into your template. Then you hit OK. It's saved correctly. And I'm going to just show you here because this is the one that we were working on, and it's ready to output, but it shows an A, it shows a B. Let me show you this here. I can't answer as to why it says there's B1 and B2 there. I'm not exactly sure. Don't really care, part of the program. But here is our pages that are going to be adjusted for creep. So we've got our A section up here and our B section down here. We do go out into the press room, and it shows OGP for A section and the B section, and everything is hunky-dory. So long explanation. You might have to listen to this one a couple of times because it was more talking than showing, but this one dictated that I had to do more talking than showing. Thanks, guys.